another morning again inside the yard. Plenty things that happen. I wonder how soon is the game out clearly today. But this be small country yard.
From so long we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in the call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go turn blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive, but corruption they hide.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and the time now na 6 in the morning on Monday, May 5, 2025. My people, I dey go straight to the point. I dey make this broadcast on behalf of the people of Yenga and the environs, because we get government we believe say for just to sweep things under the carpet and lie about wetin dey happen na Yenga, because this government no want for take responsibility about wetin dey happen to vulnerable people them, wey in the middle of the night faced with serious security threat on their livelihood and their well-being. Then pack them things them. Suckling mothers, breastfeeding children, little toddlers on their grandpa them back, women run for their life out of Yenga and the surrounding villages. For come na a place where then say then they come for seek safety to the government. The exact words when they talk as then they run for their life is that they not get side for go, but then they go to the government. This is because there is a social contract in any country between the government and those they govern. The government gets a duty for maintain law and order, whilst the citizens then they obey law and order because the government they protect them. But what don't happen in the last few days? Now a complete dereliction of duty. That is, in other words, the government of Sierra Leone not even understand waiting at their duty. So waiting in deeper now, na propaganda and lies. And that make I can't talk to una today, because we cannot have a government where they lie to we. We cannot have a government where believe say when they don't fail in their responsibility, therefore come and issue outright lies to the people for cover up. I want to tell una today, so the Ministry of Information and Civic Education now lie, then they lie against the people of Yenga, their interest. I repeat, this government, the ministry we're supposed for the talk for this government, now lie man them, that then did it. And I give them chance yesterday night for make them correct the lie where they lie. Say the people of Yenga, Sierra Leone soldier man and inside Yenga, we go able for secure the people of Yenga. I give chance from the Minister of Information down to the last person, the Minister of Information. I say I retract that lie there because it is giving a wrong impression and it make a mockery of the way where the people then they suffer. Now them parts then they did nothing. Till the 6 o'clock morning, the lie still there. Now them website, now them Facebook page, now them WhatsApp channel. Then they lie. Say Sierra Leone army they inside Yenga. So let the people then go back inside Yenga. This is mockery. This is not wickedness. This is not heartlessness. This is not a disgrace for any government. For don't abandon them people then they almost days now for me them run. Una no care rest, una no care water, una no care oil, una no care food, una no care medicine. Nothing. Una no care for them people there. Pass as soon una put news report so una care mosquito net. They not get time for sleep. What's that then they hang the mosquito net? You've not even sent one bag of rice. Not even one bag of rice to these people. Una they can't lie, like say the people then just grab middle net, and suckling mothers, old men, then just grab middle net and begin run no more because then craze. Instead of una accept, say these people are vulnerable and then run because of security threat. A whole government ministry, where for they talk for government, they can't disgrace themselves like this. They lie. But when people, I know why made them they lie? Because nobody know they challenge them. Then they can say, when they lie upon the people then are Yenga, the younger people then would not be able to reply. The member of parliament for that area there, now an SLPP man. So you're not going able to come forward and answer the Ministry of Information, government, like how they do so. Because now the SLPP government. Then they can say, the council they all, they are SLPP. So they're not going able for can challenge the government Ministry of Information. So they take advantage when they don't fail for protect the people there. When they don't fail for make sure say the internally displaced people have food, have medicine. Because this is a humanitarian crisis. Foreign troops have entered. Act in an aggressive and belligerent manner against your people. You people then run. You not even get that heart, that humanity inside you. For send food, medicine, shelter. Elect na tent. You go build tent first for the people there. No. Before that, now for lie. Tell the people then say, Sierra Leone army dey inside Yenga. When my people them come for country and say, no salon army not inside Yenga. Now lie, this government they lie. 2, this government fully well aware. Say for 2 years now, the Guinean army don't build one barracks na Yenga, and you not craze you armed soldier or armed policeman or even uniform personnel enter inside Yenga now if the Guineans not give you permission. This is a fact because Mr. Sef experienced something similar. Well, we can't tell you now. You see, when you don't serve in a government, like how me don't serve in a government, you not a rush for criticize a government because you understand, say, governance is multifaceted. Get boku angle panam. Where those where the outside not able to see. But the one thing where no government not forever do, now waiting this government do so yesterday. For behaving a heartless and inconsiderate, inhuman manner to people there where they run for their life. After they don't criticize una for una silence, una go put out news report, una they lie. Say the people them, Sierra Leone army dey inside Yenga. So let the people then go back inside Yenga. First of all, misquote. Nobody not talk anything like that at the meeting. wey una say una dey cover. Una deliberately do that propaganda dey. One, for hide the fact, say the Yenga people then get all right for run away, for can seek refuge, na coin do. So una no want people then for know how una don't let the people then down na Yenga. Now make una pull that lie news there yesterday net. And even when they correct una, say this news is wrong, una still refuse for correct them. This is a despicable manner for any government for behave. Now, I dey tell the Minister of Information na this broadcast now, Chernoba Siba, I dey warn you now, say make you go pull that news. Now you Facebook page, now you WhatsApp channel, where write say, Minister say, Sierra Leone Army, dey inside Yenga. I dey warn you, go pull am. If you not pull am, na head-on battle, na me they can get. Because I will not be here and watch a whole government spokesman, a whole cabinet minister, they lie to the people of Sierra Leone about what should not be lied about. I dey warn you now at this broadcast, go remove that you fake news where you put, say Sierra Leone Army dey inside Yenga. Now, my people them, see, what are this Yenga? Because we all the area, but what are the real issues? I therefore talk a lot about Yenga, possibly in the days to come. But for today, I want to give you a history of Yenga. And I give you in 5 phases. The first phase, anybody will get pen and paper and I can write as I talk. The first phase, now from 1994 to the year 2000. The second phase, now from the year 2000 to the year 2002. The third phase, now from the year 2002 to the year 2011. The next phase, now from the year 2011 to 2020. And then the last phase we will address, now the current phase will start in October 2020. And then we depend now up till now. So 5 different phases around Yenga and the socio-political implications. But first of all, what is the significance of Yenga? A lot of people, when they ask the question, you keep on hearing Yenga. But what is the significance of this Yenga? My people, the simple answer is that it's a military significance. Yenga, now the only point inside the Mano River Union where you dey able to team up and you dey see Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea very easily and for a wide stretch. I repeat, the significance of Yenga is a military significance. Now the only point, now the Mano River Union, where you dey team up, now a particular hill inside Yenga, when you team up na that hill there, you dey see inside Liberia, you dey see inside Guinea, you dey see inside Sierra Leone. So if there is any military or insecurity, instability being planned for the Mano River Union area, Yenga is a very strategic military point. So the significance of Yenga is military, nothing else. Now military, strategic military point. So now let's start with the different phases of Yenga. It started in 1994. I will tell you my relationship with Yenga in another broadcast. I want to keep the personal out of this one for now. But I want you to understand the significance of what they go on. And I will start off with 1994. 1994, Sierra Leone was being manned, headed, run by a military junta called the NPRC. 1994, Guinea was being run and headed by a leader called Lansana Conte, was a former military leader who turned a democratically elected president, Lansana Conte. In 1994, Liberia was in turmoil. They had different levels of turmoil. Different factions, warlords. In 1994, the MPRC then had the current president of Sierra Leone was then the chief minister of Sierra Leone and also the vice president of Sierra Leone and the chairman of the police council. This is the current president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio. He was the chief minister, Naimi the chair, or not like this chief minister Ogena was not the chair cabinet. When Maada Bio was chief minister of Sierra Leone, Naimi the chair, the cabinet, the ministerial cabinet. At the same time, he was the vice president. At the same time, he was in charge of police council. Women get the one at the head of state, Captain Valentine Strasser, where Maada Bio was the deputy head of state, the vice president. But because of the uniqueness of the positions that Maada Bio may hold, and because, to be fair to him, he was far more matured than Strasser, he became very close to Lansana Conte, the Guinean head of state. President Maada Bio and the Guinean head of state, Lansana Conte, they were very close. On that basis, when the rebel war sparked off again and it became uncontrollable in 1994, because by 1993, they may make a mistake where they offer amnesty to the rebel then and do ceasefire, and the rebel, they use that opportunity for spread. So in 1994, when the war became uncontrollable, especially in the Eastern Province axis, the then MPRC government, using their relationship with Lansana Conte, appealed to Lansana Conte for Guinean soldiers, for amass na the borders, for assist the Sierra Leone soldiers, for protect the war, for prosecute the war. This is how Guinean soldiers crossed over into Yenga for the very first time in 1994. And they stayed in Yenga to assist the Sierra Leone army with a peaceful collaboration until the year 2000. What happened in the year 2000? The man will become president of Guinea later, when they call President Alpha Condé. He contests for the second time against Lansana Conte. He may not contest for the first time. He lost. After 5 years, he came in 1998 for contest against President Lansana Conte. When he lost, 9 news come say he want for plot for overthrow Lansana Conte. So they arrest him, then go lock him. Now listen keenly. Whilst he then at jail in the year 2000, 9 they say in supporters them come now that is that part of Guinea way adjacent to Yenga for create a rebellion. And indeed there was a rebellion there. So the rebellion now worsened the crisis na the Mano River Union axis. Because since Sierra Leone was already unstable, Liberia of course unstable, and then that axis was next to Yenga in Guinea, on the Guinea side, also became unstable on the allegation that na Alpha Condé when they jail as the opposition leader, na in rebels them, that they mobilize now for attack all over Guinea. Then parts of Guinea them they attack. So this is how the international community say, forget this place stable. You have to release Alpha Condé from jail. So on pressure of the international community, Alpha Condé was released from jail. So as to quiet him, to reduce the amount of excuses as to why rebellion they happened inside Guinea, back in addition to Sierra Leone and Liberia. In 2002, things then become stable the war officially ended in Sierra Leone in January 2002. The war ended in Sierra Leone. President Tijankaba announced the war don't end. Alpha Condé Sef, the rebel that we made na that axis next to Yenga, then Sef back, then defeat them. No more rebel no in that part of Guinea. So a new phase now come inside this Yenga issue. What was that phase? This is the phase now from 2002 to 2011. Now, in 2002, now we all things unstable and don't release Alpha Condé from jail. The war in Sierra Leone done. So President Tijankaba now talked to President Lansana Conte and say, you Sojamande now, they can go. You get peace now, you don't rebel another again at the other side of Yenga. Myself, you on the rebel the way they are now, we don't disarm, we get peace. So now they the first draw begin because of the military significance of Yenga. So Lansana Conte was hesitant for in Sojamane for cross comot na Yenga because of the military significance of Yenga. So Lansana Conte tells Tijankaba say, I go document him. Say yes, Yenga belongs to Sierra Leone. But dear, let me Guinean soldier then they yonder force. The Mano River Union still not that stable. So now so it continue until 2005. The people that are Yenga now consider say they're under bondage. Then begin pressure to Tijankaba say, we want freedom. These Guineans have to leave. So in 2005, Tijankaba, Lansana Conte again Minge for come out and do a joint declaration that Yenga belongs to Sierra Leone. For just pacify for people that for no say Yenga belongs to Sierra Leone. This continued, it became a campaign issue for the 2007 elections. It was a serious campaign issue that the SLPP government cannot allow freedom for the Yenga people. And it continued until the APC won the elections in 2007. When the APC won the elections in 2007, since it was a campaign issue, the APC now took steps to try to resolve the Yenga issue. But at every step of the way, the Guineans at that point, Lansana Conte died shortly after APC take over office. Lansana Conte died about a year and a half after. A Guinean military now take over now, a military junta now then take over now na Guinea. Now, when the military junta take over na Guinea, it was difficult to negotiate with them concerning Yenga. Until that opposition leader, women they say get and rebel them next to the Yenga place, Alpha Condé. He win elections in 2010 na Guinea, and he became the president of Guinea. When he became the president of Guinea, now it was a civilian president, and as by Kroma restart the issue of negotiations for reclaim Yenga, let the Guineans accommodate. The first time when we go inside Yenga was 14 years ago, in the year 2011. That now 1 year after Alpha Condé win elections na Guinea. Me na the very first civilian journalist we enter Yenga, we take pictures na Yenga and put them pictures in the all over the world. And that step I take now give me a lot of journalist award. Even that year I became the Guinea Awareness Times newspaper of the year. This was 14 years ago when I first entered Yenga. And those pictures that I put out helped to push the negotiations forward. Until by 2012, Anes Kroma and Alpha Condé signed a communique and then withdraw for the very first time. Soldiers of Guinea come out from Yenga, apart from 4 soldiers where they left for guard one tank, one military tank where they get na Yenga in 2012. By 2013, every single Guinean, including the weapons, the tanks, had been removed from Guinea, from Yenga. Every single Guinean soldier by 2013, had been removed from Yenga. I was then working at State House, and I used to visit Yenga regularly. There was no more Guinean soldiers there. But there was an understanding between the two governments them under the Mano River Union framework that Yenga should be demilitarized. In other words, no soldier man for the Yenga anymore. No Salon soldier, no Guinea soldier, not for the Yenga. And this is what continued until the next phase now, what they can tell you now about. Now, in this phase was all peace. No Guinean soldiers, no Salon soldier, just the civilians. They do them farming na Yenga, other they doing small fishing. Now they happen na Yenga. Waiting spark the new phase will happen now from October 2020. This civilian president of Guinea Wate Onabot, we mean Alpha Condé, he just grabbed in October 2020. He said the vice president of Sierra Leone, Dr. Jules de Jallo, they train rebel them for go attack Guinea with the help of the opposition leader na Guinea. That 10 day, then they ready for conduct the elections na Guinea, the presidential elections, that October 2020 day. He make this allegation, then put on a BBC, then put on a Deutsche Welle, and then he announced now say, because of this alleged vice president of Sierra Leone, where in the allege, say they train rebellion for go invade Guinea, for sake of that, in don't go beef up all in soldier there, na the Salon border with Guinea. Inside that October day, now the Guineans then cross back on the allegation against the vice president of Sierra Leone, then cross come back inside Yenga. But when the Sierra Leone, in fact, it was such a topic and news that the then information minister, Rado Soare, Minge Fogona 98.1, and he explained to the people of Sierra Leone, say, we don't even summon the Guinean ambassador to Sierra Leone. And we ask and say, who say gonna pull this kind of evidence against with honorable vice president? He said the Guinean ambassador tell the Sierra Leone government, say, then say the Guinean ambassador, in shock or in the news. Because he not get no evidence against the vice president of Sierra Leone, say he mix pan rebel business or for train rebel and for go invade Guinea. He said even the person where talk on behalf of the Alpha Condé, that's not the president of Guinea, we talk na the foreign media. He said when they question that person, they say where the evidence against the Sierra Leone vice president, the person not get evidence. But this news, he put on a BBC, then put on a Radio France International, then put on a Deutsche Welle, then use them all day. And I can go check for them when I go see. And this was October 2020. So based on that lie allegation against the Sierra Leone vice president, the Guinean president now deploy army for come back inside Yenga. So then come back inside Yenga, they can come with full speed, then come, then go around the place, they make all kind of muster parade, then they withdraw back. Then they can broke baking them, then put fresh baking and say this is not Guinea border, then they withdraw back. So in January 2021, which is now 4 months after the false allegation against the Sierra Leone vice president, the president of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, he gonna ECOWAS. And whilst he talk to the 58th summit of ECOWAS, he get for complain Guinea. Say Guinea don't come inside Yenga back again, and in the call on ECOWAS for come inside this matter. If you now go look in speech where he give in paragraph 27 to 28 and on to 29 of the speech by the Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio to ECOWAS in January 2021, he called on ECOWAS, say Guinea don't come inside Yenga back, and they are in the beg let ECOWAS can solve this problem once and for all. My brothers and my sisters, this is 4 years ago. But what don't happen from where the president of Sierra Leone go make that complaint that ECOWAS? Well, nothing happened. Bottom line, nothing. That same year, the way President Madabiru complained Guinea that ECOWAS. He complained Guinea in January 2021. In September 2021, few months after he complained Guinea, there was a military coup. And President Alpha Condé, women don't accuse the vice president, and use that as a basis for send soldier mandem for the Kainsa Yenga, he was overthrown by a man called Mamadi Doumbouya, when in the continue now for be the head of state of Guinea, from where he overthrew Alpha Condé in September 2021, he has continued as the head of state in Guinea. Now, una remember, Alpha Condé falsely accused the Sierra Leone vice president as an excuse for Kainsa Yenga. But in no build no structure na Yenga. It in the sense of Jamande, then they come base day for short time, then withdraw, then go back. But when this military ruler now, Doumbouya, in take over in September 2021, the next year in 2022, we begin getting reports about the Guineans there. They cross come inside Yenga with cement, iron rod, and construction items. These are reports we'll get. Now, the last time when me go inside Yenga before that, this overthrow by Doumbouya, was in July 2020. Me go inside Yenga, July 2020, for go attend one burying for the Mami Queen woman get na Kisiteng, Mami Shorty. So, as I can always do, when I can go that end day, I can go down inside Yenga. So, after the burying, I go inside Yenga in July 2020. Thereafter, I think I go back August 2020. No Guinean structure no in the under. No Guinean sojaman no in the under. The place was demilitarized, just as Anes Baikoma and Alpha Condé don't agree for demilitarize Yenga. This now up to January, this now up to July, August of 2020. Now, in that process day, Alpha Condé, after me don't commode July, August 2020, October 2020, now Alpha Condé make the false allegation as an excuse for sending soldier man and Kainsa Yenga. But Alpha Condé not ever build any structure na Yenga. Now, when Mamadi Doumbouya take over, in 2022, we begin get these reports. And indeed, my people don't go shock for no waiting at the can tell una now. When me don't see with me on yai, when me go the last year. The Guineans, they don't go build a whole barracks, a garrison inside Yenga. And the sorriest part of it is, how did this happen? Because that kind of structure they will then build. The massive area of land will then take over and fence off. How can this happen without the government of Sierra Leone free to no? This time they puzzle me. Because the structure then they will me see. And I released a video earlier just now where they show some of the, not a small part of the structure then, but other big one then they. How would that happen? Nobody not able to stop them people here. Keep in mind, the president don't go report na ECOWAS. Formal reports na ECOWAS 4 years ago, over 4 years ago na ECOWAS. Same way again, there's an MRU document say that area they should be demilitarized. Now, how the government allow tell with the USA with this so only they can explain. But my people they like tell una what me see with me eye when me go the last year. Last year May, this May month last year, To be precise, May 24. I go inside Yenga. I go visit na Yenga. That weekday, I go na the Kisi area because we may inaugurate the new paramount chief for Kisi Kama chiefdom. And as an adopted daughter of Kisi Bendu area, I decide for attend the inauguration. And as I always do, I go visit my party then Yenga. I visit the town chief, the woman them, the pikin them, the youths them. And to me shock and surprise, when we come out up the hilly part of Yenga, where they drive go down now for go down na the wharf, I just see Guinean soldier then cock AK-47 per me weapon per me motorcar. Because when I can walk in that area, they are the walk out with Boku youth man then can they pan bike. So me and the youth man then would they drive from up the Yenga hill for go down. I just see Guinea man then come out, two of them, then point AK-47 per me weapon, halt, and so for stop. This is last year, May 2024. I said, what happened? So there with the Yenga chief and one of the former honorables. And so, na so then can behave, na so then can behave. That way then we don't see crowd the car with motor car. That's okay, I go talk to them. So when I go talk to them, and the Guineans then say, me no go move, go down the waterfront with that crowd there. The youth man they already with me, then for wait. Now the Guinea the checkpoint where the Guinea they make inside Yenga. Then make checkpoints. They get one no checkpoint to them build it. Then for wait today, then they allow them for go with me. If me one go, me one grain with the town chief, the former honorable, me driver where they drive me, and one of the bike man, we can go down. But the rest of the youth man they will do with me, they no go ever allow them for go down there because they don't want crowd for go down there. I said, what? But I'm not so upset. I said, I'm not canon this motorcar, I'm not go get altercation with them Guineans there. I said, okay, let's just go down. So we'll five where they allow, I will go down the waterfront. While I reach down the waterfront, I keep company with the young man. In fact, I go lecture them on Kush. Post starting in on social media. What come out down the waterfront, when at the actual border between Sierra Leone and Guinea, when I come up, I tell the chief of Yenga and the former honorable, I say, no, stop. Make a talk to the Guinea man there. So stop, I cannot. So I go engage him. Fortunately for me, wear white. Yes, like any kind, sober, gallant personality. So they were very respectful. When I finally canon the motorcar and see me. So now I began engaging. I said, why una for do this? I said, because even if, now we assume say now una really get this territory. I said, but we're supposed to get freedom of movement within this Mano River ECOWAS zone. Why una for begin stop? Would that for go? Would that not for go? Then say when yanda na military zone. Na military zone. The answer what they give na military zone. So that then they decide whether they cross na the military zone. So when I say I can take pictures, then they say yes, I snap pictures there with them. I take sense for snap so that I can able get the big structure the way they don't build. Unfortunately for me, then me picture and my personal assistant lost that phone there. But get away, we're able make, we get a recording where then they do after I don't commodity. We get recording where then they do muster parade. I don't release that recording day today. So when people know the history this of Yenga, this is where we are now. Yenga now hosts a big Guinean garrison. Yenga now this is controlled by the Guineans to the extent that you cannot enter Yenga if the Guineans do not give you permission to enter Yenga. And I can also assure you, say, no police, no soldier, no armed security personnel, no go ever able enter Yenga from Sierra Leone if the Guineans do not give clearance. So when they make a mockery of themselves, because when the government, they talk, they lies the way they talk yesterday night, when they mock themselves, if they underplay the seriousness of what they happen, so with people in Yenga, the humanitarian crisis. Then people here, the Guineans then terrorized in that net that they had to run. This government has not been able, heartless government, we feel say propaganda and lies, neither the way forward. They've not been able to make any single statement to this country about what is unfolding with our people, our vulnerable people in those places. Before that, and they can't provoke them with lies. Now, people think you say, oh, why they do this condemnation? You feel say Mother Bio go do anything. Well, you see, when I get to understand something, there are some of us, when we speak, we don't speak for the government to do something. We don't speak for the government to do what the government is supposed to do. Because we not get much hope that this government understands that when citizens criticize them for do what's incorrect. So when we speak, we just speak for posterity. We just speak so that the records will be there, that somebody called out this government, that then they lie. The records will be there, that somebody spoke out and told the people of Sierra Leone, don't believe this government, then they lie. That's why we speak out. When we criticize some ministers, whether they forge divorce certificate, whether they lie to the people there about Yenga, whether not get sympathy for no say, then supposed for take care of the welfare of these vulnerable people. When we criticize them, we do it for posterity. Any government, I repeat, any government worth its salt, by now would have sent rice, food, medicine, shelter to them people the way the Guineans and all intimidated and all run away come on Yenga. Instead of doing that, they're busy deeping propaganda and lies. They lie. You know, Mr. Minister, I want to ask you, would you send your wife, your children to go into Yenga right now? No, you will not. But you got the bold mind for make you ministry. They put out message for other people than WEF and other people than Pekin for going inside Yenga. They tell them, say, Salon Sojamande, they let them go there. Wickedness. Your government is heartless. Your government does not have a conscience. But I'm saying all of this for posterity, not because I expect you to do something, no. Before I end, I want to commend the security sector. Because you see, the politicians, then they lie. Not the security sector, the politicians, then they lie. Like that within the Ministry of Information, liars. But the security sector, there was a report produced by the Human Rights Commission shortly after the president will report the ECOWAS. And inside that report where the Human Rights Commission produced, they notice and then point out, say the security personnel on the side of Sierra Leone is very, very weak and lax, and it's weak. It's numerically not sufficient. They even the quote where the Human Rights Commission, the quote where they go up to the Sierra Leone immigration point, that the amount of security personnel where they meet now that side on the Sierra Leone side is very, very minimal as compared to the immigration across the river on the Guinean side. So one of the things then where I want to commend the security sector before I end this broadcast is that they pay heed to that recommendation from the Human Rights Commission, and they ensure say they don't upgrade the Sierra Leone police where Mindena Koindu from a small police station. Now it is a significant division, because the Human Rights Commission, when you read the report, then they wonder how can such a critical area where adjacent to both Liberia and Sierra Leone get such a weak police presence. And thankfully, I want to commend the security sector, including the Sierra Leone police, because they don't really beef up the police, now that aspect for do policing duties, as was recommended by the Human Rights Commission. I also want to commend the military, including especially the current Chief of Defense Staff, because Then finally, then Desia send soldier man them for go na a village where they call Sokoma. And also na Pengu Bengu, beside the immigration side. These are two separate areas then, but near the Guinea border. So soldier man and they inside and they now, which is much better than before when there was no soldier there. But one thing that is clear is that there is no soldier in Yenga. And as of now, no Salon soldier, no Chris say they go inside Yenga. I don't tell now about the way the soldier man them cock gun per ordinary civilian like me. One go down the waterfront with ordinary youth man they normal last year. Who's armed personnel where Guineans and they allow for enter inside Yenga? It's not possible, they're not. But we have to commend the military at least for now. Unlike what was happening before, now there is a military presence like Kisiteng. They're not crazy going inside Yenga. In fact, on Saturday, the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Deputy Minister of Defense, then go to that area, the Kisiteng. They're not going to mind. They're not crazy. So then they go near Yenga. They're not crazy. Now, can you do then stop? So for make the Minister of Information, the politician and get the problem, not the security sector. The politicians, now then they lie. So for make the Ministry of Information, they can't lie, say, let the people then go back because Sierra Leone army is in Yenga. It's dangerous. It they downplay the seriousness of the humanitarian crisis right now, where then people then they face Yanda. Instead of the government, they send food, send medicine, send shelter for the people there, then they can't afflict on it, they can't lie. And some of us will go down on record that we challenged you when you lied, we challenged you when you abandoned the people of Yenga, because that's what you've done, you've abandoned them. No food, no medicine, nothing. Whose government will get hurt, will get conscience, we go watch them video of women and children and old men running in the middle of the night for their lives. And up to today as they talk, when I'm not saying one bag rest safe, then what is your government for? Food for thought. What is your government for? On that note there, I go end this broadcast. But again, I remind the government spokesman, Ministry of Information, say if they keep that lie na then Facebook page, if they not put them down today, if they keep that lie na then Facebook page, say Sierra Leone army dey na Yenga, so let the people then go back na Yenga, then go get me even hotter than this one today. On that note there, at the end this broadcast, and I pray to God Almighty that somewhere in this government go get a conscience for send food, medicine for people them with they under this humanitarian crisis from Yenga and the environs of Yenga. May God bless we all. Amen.
From Salon we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud. For the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in the call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speak up, boom, do allegations they fly.